Hello, happy Wednesday. I am Meredith. I am here with our message for the 23rd of April, 2025. We're using Bonefire Tarot for our message. We have the sun in Taurus. The moon is in Pisces. It shifted signs around 1 o'clock this morning. And we still have a waning crescent moon. All right. Bonefire on the table for us today, tuning into the energy atmosphere. What's on offer to us? Our first card is the Magician, showing up for us again. Cool. As above, so below with this card. It's the magic that we make. And one of my most favorite affirmations, or not even so much an affirmation, simply communication with soulful presence, divine all. Show me the magic. And hold excited anticipation for the magic. So if you're looking for some momentum in your creative process, bless me, thank you. If you're looking for some momentum in your creative process, show me the magic. Put it out there to the multiverse that you are looking for some sort of sign of evidence, and hold excited anticipation for the fulfillment of. There's no room for doubt here. Next set, 4 cards fell out together. Our first is King of Pentacles. Excellent. You know, we saw, I think it was the Queen in yesterday's reading, and we were talking about the ripple effect that we create. So consider the ripple effect of your harmonious investment, your positive attitude. We had remain positive out of the Angel Answers card. It's an essential ingredient into everything that we're up to. And this creates the ripple effect of success for ourselves with the King of Coins. This is an action-oriented card. It's divine masculine energy. So there is action to be taken, magically so. So engage your supernatural self. And then we have 8 of Swords, a mental trap that may need to be overcome. And so you'll find this in a repetitive vulture thought, you know, that's kind of circling that's circling in your mind. What's flying around in there that is your undoing in a situation. I feel like we have, and it could be cosmic. I haven't checked out what the other planets are up to right now. Though we could be having cosmic influence. Definitely check out what goes on this planet on the regular. Meaning, check out solar flares and how we are exposed to those. I forget what it's called. Spaceweather.com. I think you can find that on YouTube, or just plug it into the internet. Find out what the other planets are up to. What's happening, and how does that astrological or cosmic alignment have an effect on you personally. Check it out in regard to your own zodiac signs, sun, moon, and rising for sure. And also be aware that some of the magic that's going on is the liberation of mental traps here on the 8 of Swords. This is old news, old business, programming, belief system, anything that we have yielded to without at first recognizing that we had. And take it easy on yourself when you discover that stuff. Again, there's no room here for criticism or even more negative energy. You're never going to set that free in the energy in which it was created. You must liberate it in something positive, loving, heart, mind, coherent type of energy. And then next we have the 3 of Coins. Building something that stands the test of time here with the 3 of Coins. There's a bit of collaboration on this card as well. So collaborate with the divine, your guides, angels, ancestors. Collaborate with the people that are supportive of your vision. And then we have, look at this, 7 of Coins. Beautiful. These are the seed thoughts we were talking about from prior readings. And I think we started a reading with the 7 of Pentacles recently. So these are our seed thoughts. They are growing. There is evidence. There's harvest to be had on the vine. It's not quite ready. And you add the 3 and the 7, it makes the 10. So this shows the process. We've invested in something that stands the test of time, or will, and it's further along in the growth process than we might recognize, though we've been looking at it so long in a growing phase, we may not necessarily notice its maturity phase and could be talking ourselves out of it based on old belief system. Challenge that for yourself. Next, we have Four of Swords, center of the reading. This is the rest, relax, stay calm. And this is the allowing card. The Four of Swords is preparation for what comes next. And what comes next is Seven of Cups, a whole load of opportunity. Now that's 2 sevens in the reading. Sevens are, heaven touching earth within us. So we have a lot of option and a lot of opportunity before us based on our divine magic. And what are we doing with that? Are we getting hung up on that ego voice, or are we in acknowledgement of that on the 4 in a very stable way? This is the card you want to bring to the 8 of Swords, because the 4 is a super stable foundation in a mental process. And over here we have a potential mental trap. And again, that's where we can talk ourselves into things that aren't necessarily favorable or out of things that are. So again, challenge that within yourself today. Next set 2 cards. The first is the Page of Wands, and it's paired with 10 of Swords now. So what we have is a very familiar situation that we have self-mastery with. And with a page, with this 10, you have a fresh perspective from which to view familiar circumstances, situations, and scenarios. And it's in the familiar where we can engage the program and or the belief system. The challenge is to allow the magic to filter in and give us some inclination as to what is possible here. And it's bigger and better than we even realize. So as I've been saying lately, dream big, dream bigger. Bottom of the deck, we have the World card. This is how the universe is helping us out behind the scenes. This is the last card of the major arcana, and it's reward of prior investment. So don't give up on the prior investment, because it is paying reward in building on a very stable foundation. And some of us are looking for evidence, and right now we have to lean into our self-mastery, 10 of Swords, and take a new view, take a new perspective through our creative, passionate investment in what is becoming. Then we have the 2 of Cups. Show up in the way you desire to be met, followed by the 10 of Coins. That's excellent. See, here we have it with the 3 and the 7 of Coins, and then we have the 10 proper. So it shows up twice. So we're in a developmental process, and we have a fulfillment evolving right here on our foundation. So again, it's all there. You may be looking for evidence. It may seem as though you are spoiled for choice and there are too many options to consider. That again could be a trap of the ego and the old programming off that 8 of Swords. So address that for yourself, because the 10 of Coins is the legacy of happiness. And that's what we've invested in. We're getting the reward for that because we're showing up like what? The 10 of Coins. If you desire to live the legacy of happiness, you have to show up as your own legacy of happiness. I know you get it. Then we have the Queen of Wands. You gotta love her. She'll burn the bridge she's standing on. That takes some moxie, doesn't it? And it's part of what I love about this queen. She's the fire queen, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She is all that. And she doesn't even have to be humble about it. It's just her nature to be fiery, passionate, spontaneous, and in divine synchronicity with all things passionately receptive. So let's be passionately receptive to our vision, our dream, everything that we're dreaming even bigger now. And let's set some fire to the old programming. And then we have the Knight of Swords coming back for us again. This is the swifting of energy. Everything is picking up speed. And we have the potential here to see a lot more evidence and participate in a lot more action, even if that action is just, I say just, I don't mean just because I don't want to minimize it, allowing. It's a powerful place to be. In some ways, I feel like it's the message of get out of the way so you can receive the very thing that you've asked for. Angel answers. Think of all the love that you have invested in your vision. Right? There's no way you'd want to shortchange yourself now. All right. Fresh perspective on the reading with the Angel Answers card. Completely new message, perhaps. Confirmation for you. An answer to a question, even. And what are we starting out with? Big happy changes. Yes, they're taking place in the now. And the evidence may not necessarily be noticeable. And when it's not exactly noticeable, that's when fear, worry, and doubt can rise up out of the ego. So embrace that fear, worry, or doubt with love. And neutralize it. And then set it free. In the near future, this is not an overnight success. This is something that is a ripple effect like we've been talking about with the King and the Queen of Pentacles as they've shown up in the readings for us. Don't stop. Exactly. Don't give up on your dream. And then we have take action while you simultaneously let go. That's your Eight of Swords right there. That's your Eight of Swords, Four of Swords working for you. So let go of attachments to outcomes and the way you think things should be. Take a new perspective, take a new view through the eyes of the Page of Wands as you commingle that with your self-mastery. Beautiful energy there. Angels and ancestors, how is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? We have 3 cards just flipped over in the deck. We'll take them. First one is the Wise One. Grow within your current situation. Yes, expand your awareness. Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. That's where the Four of Swords comes in very handy. Be very graceful. Use your self-mastery. Then we have Great Teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. 7 of Cups. Yes. All right. Final word on the reading today from the tea leaf cards. This is for unexpected, quirky things that may pop up in the day. Our first card is Frying Pan. Trouble. Accusations. That's the ego. Filling in blanks that may or may not be accurate. So don't create an uncomfortable circumstance for yourself because you're making assumptions or leaping to conclusions. Then we have Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. There it is, 7 of Cups. The opportunities are there to meet you, to greet you in that 2 of Cups energy. Show up in the way you desire to be met. Tortoise. Slowly but surely getting ahead. Perfect. Then we have Ant. Work, achievement, and success. Very promising. And then we have Key. Successful outcome to your challenges. So it may be difficult to overcome that 8 of Swords for some of us. There may be some energy that just is so stuck in, dug in. Pull that up by its roots, though. You might be surprised. Have the very best Wednesday, peak of the week ever. Peace, love, joy. Namaste.